सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण परमात्मने नमः। अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः। अर्जुन उवाच ध्यायसि चेत् कर्मणस्ते मता बुद्धिर्जनार्दन तत्किं कर्मणि घोरे मां नियोजयसि केशव। व्यामिश्रेणेव वाक्येन बुद्धिर्मोहयसीव मे तदेकं वद निश्चित्य येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम्। श्रीभगवानुवाच लोकेऽस्मिन् द्विविधा निष्ठा पुरा प्रोक्ता मया नघ। ज्ञानयोगेन साङ्ख्यानां कर्मयोगेन योगिनां न कर्मणामनारम्भात् नैष्कर्म्यं पुरुषोऽश्नुते न च सन्न्यसनादेव सिद्धिं समधिगच्छति न हि कश्चित् क्षणमपि जातु तिष्ठत्य कर्मकृत् कार्यशेह्यवशः कर्म सर्वः प्रकृतिजैर्गुणैः कर्मेन्द्रियाणि संयम्य यास्ते मनसा स्मरन् इन्द्रियार्थान् विमूढात्मा मिथ्याचारः स उच्यते। यस्त्विन्द्रियाणि मनसा नियम्यारभतेऽर्जुन कर्मेन्द्रियैः कर्मयोगम् असक्तः स विशिष्यते। नियतं कुरु कर्म त्वं कर्म ज्यायो ह्यकर्मणः शरीरयात्रापि च ते न प्रसिद्ध्येत कर्मणः। यज्ञार्थात् कर्मणोऽन्यत्र लोकोऽयं कर्मबन्धनः तदर्थं कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्तसङ्गः समाचर। सह यज्ञाः प्रजा सृष्ट्वा पुरोवाच प्रजापतिः अनेन प्रसविष्यद्वं येषवोऽस्त्विष्टकामधुक्। देवान् भावयतानेन ते देवा भावयन्तु वः परस्परं भावयन्तः श्रेयः परमवाप्स्यतः। इष्टान् भोगान् हि वो देवा दास्यन्ते यज्ञभाविताः तैर्दत्तानप्रदायेभ्यो यो भुङ्क्तेस्तेन एव सः। यज्ञशिष्टाशिनः सन्तो मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषैः भुञ्जते ते त्वगं पापा ये पचन्त्यात्मकारणात्। अन्नात् भवन्ति भूतानि पर्जन्यादन्नसम्भवः। यज्ञात् भवति पर्जन्यो यज्ञः कर्मसमुद्भवः। कर्म ब्रह्मोद्भवं विद्धि ब्रह्माक्षरसमुद्भवं तस्मात् सर्वगतं कर्म यज्ञे प्रतिष्ठितम्। एवं प्रवर्तितं चक्रं नानुवर्तयतीह यः अघायुरिन्द्रियारामो मूढं पार्थ स जीवति। यस्त्वात्मरतिरेव स्यादात्मतृप्तश्च मानवः आत्मन्येव च सन्तुष्टस्तस्य कार्यं न विद्यते। नैव तस्य कृतेनार्तो नाकृते देह कश्चन न चास्य सर्वभूतेषु कश्चिदर्थव्यपाश्रयः। तस्मादसक्तः सततं कार्यं कर्म समाचर। असक्तो ह्याचरन् कर्म परमाप्नोति पूरुषः। कर्मणैव हि संसिद्धिमास्तिका जनसादयः ग्रहमेवापि सम्पश्यन् कर्तुमर्हसि यद्यदाचरति श्रेष्ठस्तत्तदेवेतरो जनः स यत्प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तदनुवर्तते न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यं त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन नानवाप्तमवाप्तव्यं वर्त एव च कर्मणि यदि ह्यहन्न वर्तेयं जातु तिष्ठज्ञतन्द्रितः कर्मत्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः उत्सीदेयुरिमे लोका न कुर्यां कर्म चेदहं संकरस्य च कर्ता स्यामुपहन्यामि माः प्रजाः सक्ताः कर्मण्य विद्वांसो यथा कुर्वन्ति भारत कुर्याद् विद्वांस्तथा कश्चिकीर्षुर्लोकसङ्ग्रहं न बुद्धिभेदं जनयेदज्ञानां कर्मसंज्ञिनां जोषयेत् सर्वकर्माणि विद्वान् युक्तः समाचरन् प्रकृते क्रियमाणानि गुणैः कर्माणि सर्वशः अहङ्कारविमूढात्मा कर्ताहमिति मन्यते तत्त्ववित्तु महाबाहो गुणकर्म गुणागुणेषु वर्तन्त इति मत्वा न सज्जते प्रकृतेर्गुणसम्मूढाः सज्जन्ते गुणकर्मसु ताककृत्स्नवितो मन्दान् कृत्स्नविन्न विचालयेत् मयि सर्वाणि कर्माणि सन्न्यस्याध्यात्मचेतसः निराशीर्निर्ममो भूत्वा युध्यस्व विगतज्वरः नित्यं अनुतिष्ठन्ति मानवाः श्रद्धावन्तो न सूयन्तो मुच्यन्ते तेऽपि कर्मभिः ये ते तदभ्यसूयन्तो नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतम् सर्वज्ञानविमूढांस्तान् विद्धि नष्टान् चेतसः सदृशं चेष्टते स्वस्या प्रकृतेर्ज्ञानवानपि प्रकृतिं यान्ति भूतानि निग्रहः किं करिष्यति इन्द्रियस्येन्द्रियस्यार्थे रागद्वेषौ व्यवस्थितौ तयोर्न वशमागच्छेत् तौ तस्य परिपन्थिनौ श्रेयान् स्वधर्मो विगुणो परधर्मास्त्वनुष्ठितात् स्वधर्मे निधनं श्रेयः परधर्मो भयावहः अर्जुन उवाच अथ केन प्रयुक्तोऽयं पापं चरति पूरुषः अनिच्छन्नपि वार्ष्णेय बलादिव नियोजितः श्रीभगवानुवाच काम एष क्रोध एष रजो गुणसमुद्भवः महाशनो महापाप्मा विद्येह वैरिणम् धूमेनाव्रियते वह्निर्यथादर्शो मलेन च यतोऽल्पेनावृतो गर्भस्तथा तेनेतमावृतम् आवृतं ज्ञानमेतेन ज्ञानिनो नित्यवैरिणा कामरूपेण कौन्तेय दुष्रूपेणानलेन च इन्द्रियाणि मनोबुद्धिस्तस्याधिष्ठानमुच्यते एतैर्विमोहयेष ज्ञानमावृत्य देहिनं तस्मात् त्वमिन्द्रियाण्यादौ नियम्य भरतर्षभ पाप्मानं प्रजगिह्येन ज्ञानविज्ञानमाशनम् इन्द्रियाणि पराण्याहुरिन्द्रियेभ्यः परं मनः मनसस्तु परा बुद्धिर्यो बुद्धेः परतस्तु सः एवं बुद्धेः परं बुद्ध्वा संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो कामरूपं दुरासदम् ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासूपनिषत्सु योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे कर्मयोगो नाम तृतीयोऽध्यायः। श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु। So up to the 30th shloka or 35th shloka, Bhagavan has clearly given the whole details of what is karma yoga, what needs to be done, what should be avoided, what is the one which differentiates karma with karma yoga, what is that thing if gets added to karma yoga becomes karma. Okay, maybe it will be a good way to just quickly recap what is this and then go to the next topic, which is a very pertinent question asked by Arjuna. So, what was the question of Arjuna here in the 3rd chapter? We started with the question. What is the question? Quickly. Don't refer and just go through that and quickly say what is in your mind. Don't read out notes. Yeah, yes.
Both about Sankhya and
no. What is the question? Yayasi chet karmanaste mata buddhir janardana tatking karmani gore man niyojayasi keshava yamishrene vabakyena buddhim mohayasi vame tadekam vada nishchitya yena shreyoham apnuyam. What is the question here?
definitely.
Say, all say, keep saying.
Karma yoga, jnana yoga and confused.
Correct. So what?
So tell me exactly what I want.
Correct. Okay, so the question is clear. I am supremely confused by your second one. Yeah. And now you decide and tell me. I am not sure. Probably I have understood it wrong. Please make me understand which is the right path. Okay. Bhagavan starts. Lokesmin vivida nishta pura prokta mayanaga jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam. Don't repeat it. Try to see the meaning of it. That is why I am repeating it. You will have to now see the meaning of it and tell me. Lokesmin dvivida nishta maya prokta.
There are two types of people. Sankhya yoga people are.
So, who are those two types of people?
One is
No. So, what does he want to say here? What do you mean by jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam?
Either it could be from jnana yoga or there are people, there are two paths of approaching.
Karma yogena yoginam.
From
Nishtadvayam yogadvayam. Keep this in mind. Normally, if you look at this, you will immediately say there are two paths. That is the way it is given. Jnana yogena sankhyanam, karma yogena yoginam. Oh, there is jnana yoga also, there is karma yoga also. No. Nishtadvayam. That is pravritti marga, nivritti marga are two types of marga. But objective is the same. One can go through pravritti marga, one can go through nivritti marga, but they have to do karma yoga and jnana yoga. Are you able to get this? This is a very, very pertinent way. See, jnana yogena sankhyanam, karma yogena yoginam. So sankhyanam, people who have got knowledge, that is what they understand very clearly, that knowledge. They will go through nivritti marga. But the others, karma yogena yoginam, will go through pravritti marga, and finally both will have to reach the same goal only, which is moksha. Okay, nishtadvayam, yogadvayam. Nishta is path. Yogadvayam, what are you aligning with? But both are leading to the same goal. Goal doesn't change in this. Don't say there are two paths. If there are two paths, you will have a problem because everything will not align after that at all. If two paths are there, that is what most of the people have misguided Bhagavad Gita, that there are four paths. Jnana, karma, or if there are four paths to get the same. No. There is only one path. There is only one path, or there is only one goal, and for that goal, people choose a straight, direct jump or a little roundabout. The roundabout one is the common people, direct jump are few. Okay, Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam, Karma Yogena Yogina. So people who are connected with karma, they are many. They will go through this path, zigzag paths, so they will go. But Jnana Yogena will go in a direct path. Is it clear? Na karmana manarambhat naishkarmyam purushoshnuте na cha sanyasana deva siddhim samadhigacchati. Quick.
Siddhi prapti.
Na karmana manarambhat na karmanam anarambhat naishkarmyam purushaha ashnute. There is not even a single moment. Na karmanam anarambhat, without starting any karma, you will always have to do karma. If you are born and if you are alive, there has to be karma continuously. Nacha sanyasana deva. You will, by not starting any karma, you will not get siddhi. Nor by getting into sannyasa, you will also not get siddhi. Be sure of that. So here he is answering the question of Arjuna. Should I take sannyasa or should I continue to be in grihastha and fight like kshatriya? He says, nakarmanam anarambhat. If you are not going to undertake any activity, naishkarmyam purushaha ashrute. Naishkarmya siddhi is what? What is naishkarmya? Mokshaha. Okay. Suppose you do not undertake any activity, you will not get moksha. Then he makes the next statement. Nacha sanyasana deva siddhim samadhigacchati. Even if you take sannyas also, you will not get moksha. That means moksha prapti is impossible for Arjuna. Very clearly he said. By the way you are thinking, you will never get moksha. Which means you are running away. That is not going to work. Then he gives a justification for it. Nahi kaschikshanamapi jatu tishthatya karma krite karyate hyavashah karma sarva prakriti jayir gunaihi.
Even for one kshana, you cannot be
without doing any karma. Correct. Karyatehi avashah karma. You have to. Because even if you don't want, your prakriti gunas will be doing that. You will be breathing, you will be, all karmas will be going on. Okay, then what? Then what is it? If I have no choice that I have to do karma, I may be a sannyasi, I may be a jnani, karma is inevitable. Shastra says you don't need to do karma. That is why there are people who have gone through sannyasa, who have got siddhi, they decide even to stop everything, eating, everything they can stop. But Krishna very clearly brings the perspective back to normal human being and not those exceptional cases. There won't be a kshana also where karma is not happening. Eating will happen, sleeping will happen, digestion will happen, breathing will happen, all your systems will work, you will continue to work, mind will continue to work. What are you going to stop? Okay, then what have you to do? If it is an inevitable fact that I have to do karma, what is then? I have to bring a change in my outlook by which, even by doing this karma, it becomes karma yoga. That is what it is moving to the next. Karmendriyani samyamya ya aste manasa smaran indriyarthan vimudhatma mityacharasya uchyate. In case you are completely karmendriyani samyamya, you are trying to outwardly show that my activities have stopped, and manasa smaran, you are mentally very active. Indriyarthan vimudhatma, you are outwardly showing that no action is there, but mentally you are very active. Saha mithyacharaha, don't fool yourself. You will be a hypocrite. Don't become a hypocrite. Okay, बाहर का ढोंगी बाबा मत बनो. बाहर से सब दिखते हैं, मन से पूरा you are fully active. That is not the meaning of sannyasa. So he is clarifying what Arjuna, when you say sannyasa, you have to understand what sannyasa you are referring to. It is not just living away and running away. You will continue to do karma there also. In that way of life, that's just a way of life. But your quality of mind will not change because of that. Then what you have to do? Yastvindriyani manasa niyamya arabate Arjuna. Indriyani manasa niyamya means what? Indriyani manasa niyamya. Come on. Control your mind and Correct. Niyamya, arabate, start. Karmendriyaihi karma yogam asaktaha savishishyate. Karmendriyaihi, with your karmendriya, do karma yogam. That means do karma, but how? Asaktaha, unattached, savishishyate. That is the only answer by which, with detachment, when you do karma, karma continues, which is my nature, and still I am not going to get attached. Automatically my progress also happens. Okay, that is where the karma yoga becomes. This is the definition for karma yoga. Then niyatam guru karmatvam karmajyayo hyakarmanaha sharira yatra pichate na prasiddhyet yakarmanaha. He further gives a justification. Niyatam guru karma tvam niyatam guru tvam niyata karma guru. And no, niyatam kuru karmatvam, only that part. What does it mean?
You have to do the nitya karma.
Huh?
You have to do your nitya naimitya karma.
Nitya karma and naimitya karma. So what you should not do? Kayashchitta karma. Three of these, drop it. That option you have. Okay. No karma is not an option, but out of the 5, you can easily drop the 3. The third one is not dropping the karma. The third one, what is the difference between nitya karma and kamya karma? Karma with kamya is kamya karma. Karma without kamya is nitya karma. Simple. That means drop the kamya, it will become nitya karma. That means whatever I am doing at any point of time will become seva. Automatically, then there is no desire attached to it. If there is no desire attached to it, you have no problem. Then he gives a clarification. Karma jyayaha hi akarmanaha. It is not possible that you will be without any work at any moment. Why? Sharira yatra pichate. You have to get up, you have to do your, basically take bath, all the sharira yatra. In the journey of life, na prasiddyehi akarmanaha. There is a scope of being without karma. So, karma is a must, is what he is established. But how that karma is also is given. Okay, otherwise you will end up with mahakarmi. Okay, and how to avoid that and become a karma yogi is what he is referring in this. But no karma is not an option at all for anyone. Anyone. Okay. Then he says, Yajnartha. Now he brings his mind into a different. You have to do karma. Then how to do karma? Look at this as an option. Yajnarthat karmanaha anyatraha ayam lokaha karma bandhanaha. Ayam lokaha karma bandhanaha. People come together with doing their own difference of opinion. What is the difference of opinion? My kamya, my desire. I drop my desire, come for a common goal, which is yajnaha. Yajnarthat karmanaha anyatra. Everyone comes together. Ayam lokaha karma bandhanaha. Because of that yajna, they are bound very clearly to that one goal. Tadattam karma kaunteya mukta sangas samachara. Do your karma like that of a yajna, then what happens? You have gone to a higher objective, a higher goal. You are no more thinking about my kamya goal, which is a very small thing. Yajna talks about what? What is that? Nishkama. See, here again this word Nishkama is a very the moment we say Nishkama, it gives a very wrong idea according to me. You should have a kamya. That kamya can be for yourself or for a higher goal. Are you able to get? If it is for yourself, it is going to be either tamasic or rajasic. If you make it sattvic, it automatically expands to a bigger goal, or it encompasses more people in the society or more jivas, and that is what becomes karma yoga. So karma continues, only your small desire is dropped and a bigger desire is attached to it. That is why this word nishkama technically is impossible. Technically is impossible. Selfless is impossible. You know why? The moment you say selfless, self is also gone. That is not possible. When you say self, that truth, even that is also not there then where is the question of doing something or thinking also? So selfless word technically is wrong. Okay, from a comparative statement, if you want to say of a broader this, Modi is selfless compared to me. Yes. But Modi has a bigger kamya compared to me is the reality. That kamya is Vishwa kamya and my kamya is my own kamana. That is the only difference. But he is not nishkama, I am not nishkama. Okay, even a jnani to a great extent will have, if he says loka sangraha mevartam, what is loka sangraha? Kamya. How can it be nishkama? So practically at his mind attachment will not be there, but a goal to have a more beneficiaries 100% will be there. Will be there. Okay, so very clearly look at it that don't misinterpret this to be as stopping things or vairagya, running away. No, change the goal to a higher order. The moment the goal becomes of a higher order, your goal becomes insignificant. Once that becomes insignificant, you will not run behind it. You are ready to drop that for a bigger goal. Once you do that, there are more beneficiaries. Once more beneficiaries are there, your ego should not come ideally. And this is where we get stuck with more work in the society. Our ego also bloats because we have converted that big goal as my goal. This is where it takes a very big turn up. Be careful about this. Do as much as possible. That is why after everything, Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu, leave it. If that is not done, it will come back to us as a very big ego. Then biography will start. I did it here, I did here, I did that, in this place I did this. You will have your biodata ready. How many things I have achieved, how many things I have not achieved. And then everything is gone. Imagine a Swamiji's biodata 4-page. Correct, man? Meaningless. Correct? So that giving up is something because that needs to get cultivated. It won't come by itself. Unless we take it up as our own and slowly convert Kamya Karma to more of a higher order, so as to call it Nishkama Karma or of a bigger order, then slowly, but once you start getting वहाँ से you start getting ये मिलता है, you know, in for musicians and all, when they sit on that podium, when they are on that stage, they need a feedback speaker. You have heard of a feedback speaker? वो बजाता है, उन लोगों को feedback जब तक नहीं आता है, because whatever is happening here in front of the mic is heard to people there but not to them. So for them to synchronize, there is a feedback given. Unless a feedback is given, that synchronizing will not happen. नहीं तो ये एक अंदाज से बजा रहा है, he will not even know whether it is right or wrong. Like that, once Loka Sangraha feedback starts coming, then it will start becoming big. Be careful. That feedback should not come. Avoid that. Okay? That is why Krishnarpanamastu, once we start, this feedback doesn't come. Otherwise the feedback can be. नहीं तो छोटा चोर से बड़ा चोर हो जाएगा. Earlier I was looking at only my small desires. Now Loka Sangraha is my responsibility. हो गया. समझ में आ रहा है? That be careful. Then that is why he says Saha Yajna Praja Srishtva Purovacha Prajapatihi Anena Prasavishyadvam Yeshavostvishtakamaduke Devan Bhavayata Nena Te Deva Bhavayantuvaha Parasparam Bhavayanta Shreyah Paramavapsyata Ishtan Bhogan Hibo Deva Dasyante Yajna Bhavita Tairdattana Pradayebhyo Yogumte Stena Evasah Yajna Shishtashinas Santa मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषैः भुञ्जते ते त्वगं पापाः ये पचन्त्यात्मकारणात्. All this together. Come on. All related to yajna only. Why is this example given?
Prajapati created the Srishti. The Srishti.
Anena prasavishyadvam. What is prasava? Prakrishtena sravati. Prasava, that word itself is a very beautiful word. Okay. Anena prasavishyadvam. For what? Why did he give birth to it? He gave birth to the next. Why? Why?
Part of me.
What has come in that?
Part of me.
Anena prasavishyadvam. Why did he do that?
He also had it.
No. Eshavo astu ishtakamaduku. For your ishtakamaduku, he gave it to you. Bana ke chhod diya. That is why he gave a parting gift. Okay. Kardame na praja bhuta mayi sambhava kardama. Mayi. What is mayi? In me. Sambhava. Samabhu. Bhava. 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 Sanskrit students. Bhava. Lot. Sambhava. May it be. May it happen. Correct? Kardama. You become another Prajapati. Kardamena. Kardama is what? Kardama is Brahma. Kardamena. Tritiya. Correct? Praja. Bhuta. Past. Having done the Srishti and Praja by Kardama. Kardama, the Brahmaji having created this Srishti and the life in it, Mayi Sambhava Kardama has given the ability to create within each of these Praja. So he, along with the Srishti and Praja, he gave a resignation letter. After this, I do not have any job to create now. Why? I have created so many creators. Now you create. Eshavos Twishtakamaduke. The moment I say that I am prasava for my ishtakama, then it is kamya karma. If I say prasava is a need for the next prani to continue for their ishtakamaduke, then after the prasava I have detached. I have detached. And I continue to do what I need for nurturing, but ishtakamaduke is theirs, not mine. Are you able to get this? Eshavos to ishtakama. That is why it is a yajna now. Our prasava doesn't become yajna. Why? My kamya is embedded in it. That is why even at the age of 90, if that 80 or 70-year-old son or daughter doesn't listen, problem starts. Why? It has already got embedded sitting there. All of us say, na, we are giving education to our children. After that, it is of their life. Touch your heart and tell how many people feel that. So don't fool yourself. Mahakamya. Mahakamya. Let us be clear. It is Mahakamya. These are places where we can learn how to become Nishkama. When you say these are areas where if you are ready to give it up, so many jantus are there. Like that one jantu. I have done my jantu, very clear word, not even a prani. Jantu, one living being. I have done my job. After that, let that living being live. Ready to give up. Then kamya karma becomes Karma Yoga.
Karma yoga.
Otherwise, हर घर पे वही हो रहा है, everyone knows it. We don't have to say anything. That is how it is. Correct? That is why he says, Saha yajñā praja srishtva purovacha prajapati. Same thing is repeating. Anena prasavishyadvam. All this prasavishyadvam for what? Yeshavos tvishta kamaduk. Let them satisfy their desires the way they want. That means Prajapati never wanted us to become karma yogis. How will Srishti work? Just imagine everyone becomes sannyasi and everyone becomes jnani. There is a Srishti over, in 100 years over, everything over. Saf, human beings gone out of the Bhuloka. It is impossible. Pranis will continue to be there because for them it is not there. Will that happen? Never it will happen. So, that is why Krishna very clearly talks about Pravritti Marga, Nivritti Marga. Complete your Pravritti Marga with Nivritti in your mind. Don't get stuck in that Marga at every milestone, taking that as goal. Consider it to be a milestone and go towards your goal, which is Nivritti. What is the point? Moksha is my goal. Don't get stuck in all those things because then your path has become the goal. So he says, Saha yajñā praja srishtva purovacha prajapati anena prasavishyadvam yeshavos tvishta. Then what happened? Devan bhavayata nena te deva bhavayantu vaha parasparam bhavayanta shreyah paramavapsyata. This is connected to which portion of the earlier shloka? Some sangatis and all we should start getting now. Otherwise, notes after notes are going on. Neither we are able to chant, nor we are able to understand. Devan bhavayata nena te deva bhavayantu vaha parasparam bhavayanta is related to what? From the previous shloka.
Because he created and he told them.
Devan bhavayata nena, what is the meaning of that? Okay. Devan bhavayata anena te devaha bhavayantu vaha. Means what? Mutual nourishment, correct? Mutual nourishment. Parasparam bhavayantaha. Okay. What happens? Shreya paramavapsyata. What is Shreya?
All good things.
All good things.
What? Means what?
Kalyan.
Means what? Donguli Ambarna Titwala bhi aa jao. Means what? What is Shreya? Connect that to the previous shloka. See, when we are talking, do you feel that non-coherently the next sentence will come? When you speak, suppose I have spoken, it is connected to my earlier sentence what I have said, right? Otherwise it will not have any meaning. Where is this shloka? Why did this Krishna or Vyasacharya remove it out itself? How is it connected to the earlier shloka?
Yajna.
Shreyaha. Shreyaha word is connected to what? Hmm? Give connected to the shloka of the previous shloka, which word I want to know that, or which words? No. Ishtakāmaduk. Tava Ishtakāmaduk Shreyan avapsyataha. Whatever is your Ishtakāmaduk, this Devas will make it happen. You take care of the Devas take care of you, and your Ishtakāmaduk will take care, and Devas Ishtakāmaduk will also take care. That means you both be Mahasamsaris.
Where do the devas have
Is it? Otherwise, why are you giving Agneya Swaha, Soma Swaha? Why are you giving it? Understand one thing. They are all elated beggars. Simple. Are you dependent on the politician or the politician is dependent on you? Parasparam bhavayanta, correct? Correct. If you don't consider them, they are zero. If they don't give what they have as a power to you partially, your Ishtakāmaduk will not take place. That is the relation between Manushya and Deva. Mutual existence. So you will give, they will give it back to you. They have a multiplier effect. They have certain portfolio, from that they will give it to you. You give taxes, the government gives you infrastructure. You give taxes, the government gives you something more. If you don't give taxes, from where will the government give? The only difference is, I have a smaller scope, they have a bigger scope. That difference is there. So I am small, Deva to that levels are bigger, of a higher scope. That is why they stay in Swarga. They also have HIG, LIG there. Okay. Topmost Devas, middle Devas, Chota Devas, वो सब अपना जैसा ही है इधर भी. Correct? कोई हीरानंदानी एस्टेट में, कोई हीरानंदानी वन में, है कि नहीं? अलग अलग. So like that levels they also have, we also have. You give them, they will give it back to you. And this mutually will continue the Srishti, and that was the objective of Prajapati. Very clear? So this is how it is running. So Ishtakamadu for you, they will give you, you take care of them. Okay, then what happened? Ishtan Bhogan hi vo devaha. To those devas, if you give Ishtan Bhogan, Dasyante yajna bhavitaha, they become your slave. Dasyante, very word they have used clearly. That means if you are, see, and that is what our Puranas also tell it very clearly. Why did Krishna take the Govardhana? Indra has to become Dasyante. Come down. You are there to nourish people. You are not there with your garva to say that whenever I want, I will give Ativrishti, Anavrishti, and people will be there. No. Your job is to nourish people. People's job is to pray and to you. Both have to happen. That is why he did the whole thing. To make people also very clear that yes, don't consider something unknown as things are. Because mutually what we all together work becomes what the country is, what the fate is, what the world is. That is why 200 years back the world is not the same as today's world. Why? Because world is nothing but a summation of all of us put together. Right? So when you say world, world is a devata now. It is summation of all of us only. Why is India as a country different than maybe Pakistan as a country? Both have come from the same place. Bangladesh has come from the same land. It's got cut over a period of time just because of geographical borders. Why is that thought different? Why are the principles different? Because it is reflecting people's mind, is what the country is. Correct? So, Ishtan Bhogan Hivo Deva Dasyante Yajna Bhavita Tairdatta Napradayebhyaha. And in case without giving them back, if you take your portion, Yo Bhumte Stena Eva Saha. That means if you have taken so many things from the society, if you don't give it back, you are the biggest thief. At least if not you can't give, you can very well think and say, thank you God for giving me this. God, you are the, what do you say? You are the Alambana, or you are the representative of all these things and people and forces which are working. So when I tell you thanks, you give it to them as the way they want. If one grain is coming in your house, not coming, if you are eating it and it is getting digested and you are getting energy out of it, go back. How many things are there for that grain? Isn't that money what we are paying, 70, 100 rupees for 1 kilo of that rice? Is it that the value of it? Or it is far more than how many people have put effort all across the line, everyone including your house people everywhere, so that that grain is cooked and it is in your mouth and it is getting digested now. Think. So, you have Adi Daivika, Adi Bhautika, Adhyatmika, all the three working. Who is the Adhishta for it? Ishvara only. Because we cannot be telling each and every cause, thank you, thank you, thank you. One Ishvara, you are a representative of that. Thank you. And that is called Arpanam. Once Arpanam comes, automatically the things. Why? With Arpanam what happens? my kamyas reduces, my ahankara reduces. Automatically I start thinking larger interest. And that is what is the whole concept of yajna itself coming. From my goal, I moved it to the common goal, which is yajna. Because yajna is not done without a purpose. Huh? Whenever a yajna is done, it is with a purpose. चलो किसी को काम नहीं है, पैसा है, थोड़ा छुट्टी का टाइम आया ना, एक यज्ञ करो. No. Every yajna is done with a purpose for a particular benefit. That is why that yajna has got a particular way of doing it. You want to achieve. All your yojanas are what? Pradhan Mantri ka ye yojana, wo yojana is what? They are yajnas. It doesn't give you the result in 1 day or 2 days. There has to be sustained effort put by many people all across, all aligned over a period of time that starts giving result. All these yojanas, they are all yajna only. Correct? But it is with a goal. You have an idea what you want to achieve, but there are many people who will participate into it in the same line so that there is a multiplying effect happening very fast. Vaccination, isn't it a yajna? That is why we are all out of it. When Corona came, before the vaccine was there, did anyone imagine that it so fast everything would have happened in India? Other places everyone thought, outside India systems are fantastic, everything will happen. India mein vaccination aane ko 10 years will go is what I at least thought. What happened? So, when there is a very clear path, a goal, everything gets aligned, and when everyone participates into it, you see a mass effect. Right? Same thing happened in China. The yajna was what? Suppressed. We will quarantine. We will not allow the mass effect, herd effect of immunity to come across. They are facing the same thing. Correct? So, saha yajna praja srishtva devan bhavayata ishtan bhogan hi vo deva bhunte yo bhunte stena eva saha. Then yajna shishtashinas santaha muchyante sarva kilbishaihi bhunjate te tvagam papaha ye pachanti atmakaranat. It's an extension of the same. That atmakaranat, if I take a lion's share without giving back, then because it is everyone with a common interest have come. Just imagine, I say that we are starting something today and this is this noble cause. Every one of you please contribute. Everything and all contribute. Next day, may good. What will happen? All chit fund. Yajna, gone. Exactly like that. So, bhunjate ye pachanti atmakaranat. For one's own reason, if they take, it is a big papa. Okay, it is not a small one. Why? You are taking the goodness and the well wishes of others also, you are killing it. If you would have done only your part, then it's a different thing. Now, as much as cumulative positive is there, cumulative negative will also come. Because it is cumulative. Okay. Then he gives an example of how in nature such a thing never happens. In nature, it always is passed like a relay race in the cycle. Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyadanna sambhavaha yajnad bhavati parjanyaha yajnah karma samudbhavaha. All after bringing this yajna from the 9th shloka, he connects yajna to karma. To understand how this karma yoga is connected, why did he take that yajnartat karmanonyatra out of blue he starts? Is there a connection between 8th shloka and 9th shloka? Are you able to get? There is no connection up from the 8th shloka onwards, completely disconnect. Suddenly, why did this Vyasacharya and Krishna starts a yajna out of the blue? That Sangati is not there. That Sangati comes only in the 14th shloka. Yajna karma samudbhavaha. Karma is connected up to the 8th shloka. Are you able to get? When you connect this, you say, oh, that is why he uses yajna as a this, because now he is using karma with yajna as a concept where everyone does all align together and it works. So align yourself to the nature, that is what is the whole idea. Don't be a separate, I will conquer nature, I will do different, may alag hu. Gone, you will perish. You will perish. There is no point in it. Usse acha samarpanam, tsunami aaya, samarpanam, continue to do it. It will just work. It will work positively. The same tsunami will support you to work faster. That is Ishvara Arpana. Correct? Prasada Bhavana starts working there. Then, Karma Brahmodbhavam Vidhi Brahmakshara Samudbhavam. That Karma Brahmodbhavam Vidhi Brahmakshara Samudbhavam Tasmat Sarvagatam Brahma Nityam Yajne Pratishtitam. So, Karma and Yajna, he is made it inseparable. He starts a topic called Yajna after abruptly ending Karma. Then at the end of the Yajna topic, he connects Yajna and Karma, and then he says Karma and Yajna both are Brahmas only. Karma Brahmodbhavam Vidhi Nityam Yajne Pratishtitam Brahma Karma Rupena. Because what you are going to do as karma is you are going to give a karma phala. So who is generating it? So you are the Brahma. If you do it through Yajna, it will work that way. How Prajapati worked? He starts now. Saha Yajna Praja Srishtva Purovacha Prajapati. He connected back again. That is why when you keep going front and back, you understand where the Sangati and connections come very beautifully, very nicely is connected. And then he says, this is the way. Evam Pravartitam Chakram. So karma leading to yajna giving to yajna phala, which again leads to karma, continue, and this cycle continues like this. Evam pravartitam chakram nanuvartayatiha adhayurindriya ramaha. If someone tries to break this cycle, how can someone break this cycle? Are you so strong that you can break such cycles? Water cycle I will break. Can you break it? Means what? If I do not actively contribute to it, this is Srishti's way. If I do not contribute to it, that means what did I do? What did I do? No. What did I do?
Break the cycle.
How did I break the cycle? Why you did not continue that?
I took it for myself. For my use.
Now you understand that my is coming here. Karma, kamya, because of my own either reasoning, my own requirement, my own selfishness, I decide to be separate. बोलते हैं ना, उसपे से थोड़ा एक ज़्यादा खीर घर पे लेके चला गया है. Why? I wanted a little more, and I broke that cycle because I did not contribute to it effectively. Why I did that? Aghayurindriya Ramaha. Indriya Ramaha. I didn't want to put that effort to connect in line with that, and I took that path of convenience to just keep quiet and not do anything. सिकंदर ने पोरस से की थी लड़ाई तो मैं क्या करूं? समझ में आ रहा है? अगर पोरस के साथ सभी लोग ने लड़ाई किया होता तो सिकंदर आता ही नहीं था आज. Aghayur Indriya Rama. Many a times we take this. What should I do? जाने दो ना, उनका हो रहा है, होने दो. At least in a yajna you should never do that. For a common cause, for a bigger cause, when something is happening, it is your duty to participate. And if you do not participate because of Indriya Rama means Mana Arama, means what? Ahankara. Why should I go? मैं simple in our terms we say, मैं उस पे जाके क्यों फंसूं? मोघम पार्थ सजीवती मोघम. Delusion. If I sit in that delusion, if one Chanakya would have thought that, one Chandragupta would have never come this. If a Chanakya did not think, will a Chandragupta come? Are you able to get this? So whenever there is right and righteousness and dharma, if I keep my eyes closed and break that cycle of not trying to uphold the dharma, I have failed in my path of duty. Karma, coming back to karma only, nothing else, I have failed. Whether I am successful or not, no, but I should at least genuinely attempt to do something, not just voice, do something for it. If you feel that that needs to be done, do it. If it's for a bigger cause, if it's for a bigger benefit, do it. But if you don't participate in it, that is called delusion. So delusion doesn't mean only at our end. Even at a common cause, if you are not doing it, which is for dharmika, adharmic common cause, no. Tomorrow don't say that I will go for LGBTQ and all. No meaning. Be very clear. Dharmic means it is for perpetuation of the life in this world very clearly, that it will sustain and go. Not associations. So every person has a duty to contribute in this yajna in this world. No doubt about it. Why did he tell all this? My dear Arjuna, what you are doing is yajna. The war what you are fighting is a yajna. And if you don't fight it, Adha Yurindriya Ramaha Mogham Partha Sajivati. Is it fitting now? So he can jump across yajna bolke coming back to, so that Arjuna think I am talking to you about this, not swaha swaha in between the warfare. You are doing a dharma yuddha, which is a yajna, maha yajna. You have come for it, and if you do not participate, you will be all this, you will be a big chore, a big thief, and you are deluded. People bolega kya kiya tumne? Okay, so get and do karma yoga there. Don't look at it as kamya karma. My guru, my Bhishma Pitamaha, how can I kill? Same point is coming up. At every point he will continue. Yudhyasva vigatajvaraha. He will never forget that milestone in between बीच में डालते रहेगा. व्यासाचार्य. It is not generally कि बीच में चलो गीता चालू कर दिया. No, Gita for what? You fight. You have to fight. There is no other way. But I will not push you to fight. You have to mentally accept that you have to fight. It is my duty. It is a yajna, and I have to keep away my desires, which is what? Bhishma and Drona. Keep it away. Take and start. Okay. And especially is needed when you have to do things which you are not happy to do. Very much these things are required. Which you are happy to do, you will anyway do. You don't need a Bhagavad Gita. But if there is a lot, we are talking of things which are very small. He is talking of taking lives. In our life, such a thing never comes. Okay, it can come. Cockroach आया तो उसको मारने का है कि निकाल के बाहर फेंकने का है. That is also taking life. And like Arjuna will be standing there. क्या करूँ? इधर से भाग जाऊँ क्या? समझ में आ रहा है? Simple things, but there also, yes, should I kill or should I move it? What is dharma? That thought should come. After that, whatever you take action is immaterial, but a thought should come so that next time you will be more prepared before taking that action. Sometimes you don't get that much time between the thought and action, which is fine, but you will not regret. I at least thought. Especially when you are driving, suddenly a life comes like this, some animal or something, and you just drive over. You can't do anything about it at that time. You feel guilty, but at the point of that time, there is a life. Other than that, ठीक है यार, क्रॉसिंग है, समझना बनता है ना, आप बीच में है तो जान जाएगा. Then you are insensitive. मोघम पार्थ सजीवति. See, in our walks of life, these things come. We just need to know to connect to that and take it. All related to karma. Not even karma yoga. First do that karma properly, dharmic way, then karma yoga we can do. If karma is not at all dharmic, forget karma yoga at all. There is nothing called adharmika karma yoga. No scope. Dharmika karma, adharmika karma. Kamya remaining the same, path can be dharmika, adharmika. First drop the adharmika and come to dharmika. There itself titiksha will come. Once this starts coming, then we can move to karma yoga. Okay. According to me, for all of us, this is the most important chapter. Moksha and all much later. We have to first have our day-to-day thought process proper. Then later on we will see jnanam and all. Okay. Then after this, what happened? Yastvatmaratirev syat atmatriptascha manavaha atmanyeva cha santushtaha tasya karyan na vidyate. Now he starts giving exceptions. Till now what he told was for everyone common rule. Now he is talking of exception. Yaha atmaratihi. Who is atmaratihi? Jnana nishta. Eva syat atma triptaha. He has nothing to attain, he has nothing to lose, but he has attained everything. By not doing it, he will not lose anything. Atmanyeva cha santushtaha. For that person, karyam na vidyate. The Shruti does not confer any work on that person. Why? Work. See, if there is a apurnatvam, gives rise to kama. Kama gives rise to karma, as though that karma will give me purnatvam. This is the folly of human beings. I am apurnaha is the base. Hence, I have a desire to become full and complete, and this desire to become complete, I feel I can achieve it by XYZ ways, various ways, and I put effort in XYZ ways to become complete, and when I go there, I see I am still incomplete, and hence I have another 10 more XYZ ways. It keeps multiplying. Okay, so I keep on doing this to get complete. I will never get complete. But Shraddham Kamasya Mataram, that Kamaha comes, will lead to karma. And it will continue. Karma yoga is also karma with a desire. Karma yoga is not desireless karma. Correct? So, only thing is that desire is no more binding. The other desires are binding. That is why it leads to the next couple of desires. What are three things? Atriptikaratvam, dukkhamishritatvam, bandhakatvam. Kamya karma has got these three. Nishkama karma or karma yoga does not have these three. It does not have bandhakatvam, it does not have dukkha, mishritatvam and atriptikaratvam. If any of these are there in whatever bigger cause you are doing, then you are converted into kamya karma. I am into a very completely nothing to do with me, but a big social work or something. Suppose this moment we come and say, you please stop doing this. You please stop doing this. For next 1 year you are not going to do this. And if you start feeling, I put such a lot of effort, it is just into completion. No. You have made it kamya karma. Right? Dukkha mishritatvam, atriptikaratvam, bandhakatvam, all the three have already got in without you knowing. In organizations, social organizations, when you are connected, take our yoga, social organization, connected, karma, kamya or nishkama? समझ में आ रहा है? सो इफ यू वांट टू गेट इनटू कर्म योगा, कल बोला कल से मत करो, ठीक है, नो प्रॉब्लम. क्या करने का? कुछ मत करो, ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम. देन यू आर submitted to the system of working. If submission is not that, ahankara will be there. You will say, but I've been doing now, what went wrong? Everything is correct now. But this question itself is wrong is the point in Karma Yoga. Then you have not been doing Karma Yoga. Saktaha karmani avidvamsaha. Instantly I got attached. What? 5:45 को either at HFS, नहीं तो Zoom चालू नहीं हुआ तो the day has gone bad. So even at small things what we do, at a point of time we need to just take a step back and say, am I relaxed without it? Am I relaxed without it? Or is it compelling me? नहीं, एक बार देख के आता हूँ, सब बरोबर चल रहा है, then I will come back. Are you able to get that? This inner feeling will be there of people who are all working in social activities. That inner urge of doing, karo. You have nicely made it in Kamya Karma. Very clearly made it to Kamya. There is no two ways about it. So these are small ways to make it Karma Yoga. Then it changes, the life is different. But in those places which you are doing as social, purely social, that make it a Karma Yoga. Learn to make it a Karma Yoga. You will continue doing the same thing, no different in what you are doing. That attachment part is what if you are able to cut. Very important. Any time quit, bola tha, you should be ready to quit. If you are not ready to quit from there, if quitting from life comes only, then you don't have choice. Kala kridati gacchatyayuhu tadapi na munchati asha vayuhu. He has called it asha vayuhu. As much as I breathe, asha is there. Kala kridati gacchatyayuhu. एक दिन तो just टक पता कट होने वाला एक मोमेंट में, without asking, can I come now? Is Rahu Kalam now? Can I come? Are you ready to come with me? Cut. Practice that cut na. You yourself cut. Learn to cut. There are so many places where we can cut. Cutting doesn't mean that you are against it or I cut. Then I can always go there. So many things you have cut in life now. You stop playing with balloons, or you are still continuing to play with it. No, you have cut it now one day. Cut it. Then you still have no problem with it. See, this learning to cut is what very clearly is coming. That is why Saha yajna praja srishtva purovacha prajapatihi anena prasavishyadvam. Ho gaya, my job is over. Eshavostvishta kamaduk. Now you take care of it. My job is over. I have given you the सृष्टि. उसका जो कर रहा है तुम करो. प्लास्टिक बनता है, आज देख लो क्या है. यज्ञ बनता था, those days you see what it is. Overdoing that also created plastic today. I am not saying what was there was perfectly right. Misuse of all those, the way dharma was there, has created so many panthas today. Otherwise people would have done that happily, right? Why so many panthas are there today? Because that are good. Why? Individual egos have, and likes and dislikes, and kamya has bought splits into them. Are you able to get it? Okay. Then एवं प्रवर्तितम यस्त्वात्मरतिरेवस्य नैव तस्य कृते नार्थः. कुछ करके मतलब नहीं है. ना कृते नेह कश्चन. कुछ करने का इच्छा भी नहीं है. न चास्य सर्वभूतेषु. वो करने के बाद किसी को बेनिफिट भी नहीं है. कश्चिद अर्थ व्यपाश्रया. तो उसे कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं. Two lines very clearly for a jnani. Hence tasmat. So what all he said, you can't be without doing work. If you have to do work, you have to consider it like a yajna. If it is a yajna, you keep your desires away. Okay. Then he gave example of how desirelessly systems are working. All the cycles. The moment you say cycle, there is no dominant in it. All are equal. That is the beauty of the cycle system, a cyclic system. You can't say who is the head and who is the tail. There is no head and there is no tail. Everyone can be the head, everyone can be the tail. Right? So he says that way you will be an equal contributor and you will be an equal recipient. Right? And he gave examples of that. Then he says very clearly, but for a person who is an exception, who is out of this cycle, means out of cycle of samsara, he need not do anything. Why? There is no desire at all. There is no desire. He has achieved everything. With that one desire of moksha, he has achieved all the other desires, and he doesn't have any desire. His actions are not going to impact anyone by doing it or not doing it. So there is nothing on him which is conferred upon you have to. Shastras does not put anything. He is a free person. Why? He has chosen his freedom internally. He is not dependent on the external for his freedom. All the others are dependent on external for the freedom. That is why dharma is there. There is a boundary, there is a path, there is everything there. Correct? So very clearly, naiva tasya kritenartha tasmat asakta satatam karyam karma samachara. So detachedly, my dear Arjuna, samachara, do to your best of your ability without any attachment. Asakto hi acharan karma paramapnoti purushaha. People have attained moksha even by doing karma without any attachment. For that, karmaneva hi samsiddhihi astika janakadayaha lokasangrahamevapi sampashyan kartumarhasi. Janaka, Ashwapati, they have all been a grihastha doing their work without any attachment, and they have got parama purushartha, which is moksha. They have attained it. So if they have attained it, even you can attain it. There is no problem at all. You don't have to become a sannyasi. You don't have to go to the forest. You can very well be here, kill Drona, kill Bhishma, and sit relaxedly. Do it. Very simple. Okay. Then, looking at them at least, yadyad acharati shreshtaha tattadeva itaro janaha. So just by talking it will not work. You have to do it and set an example. When he says an example, he says, what bigger example do you want other than me? Name parthasti kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinchana. I have no duty, no obligatory duty in all the three lokas. Not even one duty is there on me. That means I am a mahamukta purushaha. Yet Jnanavaptam avaptavyam vartaeva chakarmani. Yet I do it. There is a unwritten line on that. He says, Name parthasti kartavyam. I don't have any duty. Trishu lokeshu, in all the three words. Nanavaptam avaptavyam. I don't have to attain which is not attained by me. Vartaeva chakarmani, and I don't have to do any work. Very clear. In case I do not do any work, if I follow that rule book of what Shruti says, I can very well keep quiet. No one will ask me. I myself will not ask me, because I will have no guilt, because I know I am mukta. And the Shruti gives that. So, yadi aham navarteyam jatu karmani atandritaha. People will see my externally no activities happening, that as though I am a lazy. Mama vartma anuvartante manushyaha partha sarvashaha. Hey partha, mama vartma anuvartante yadyad acharati shreshtaha tattadeva itaro janaha. Whatever great people are following, the others will blindly follow. Monkey do, the other monkey see and just repeat it. So I am Shreshta Purushaha. If I don't have to do anything, and if I don't do it, they will see supreme laziness is the best thing, and people who are Krishna followers, they will also be lazy. Yadi aham navarteyam जातु कर्मणि अतन्द्रितः मम वर्त्मा अनुवर्तन्ते. Whatever I am doing, people will follow it. Manushyaha, sarvashaha at all times. That means supremely lazy society will come out, who are all Krishna devotees. Will I do that? Don't I have a bigger responsibility on that? That responsibility is not given to me because of my kamya. I can never be adharmik if I am a jnani. Jnani can never be adharmik. It is impossible because dharma is a part of them. They are dharma embodiment. How can they do adharma? That thought also will not come. चलो आज एक दिन छुट्टी है संडे धर्मा के लिए. Impossible. Very clear. Okay. Putsi deyurime loka na kuryang karma chedaham. Those people who are with a lot of activity oriented, with a lot of, what will happen? They will stop doing. What will happen in that? Sankarasya cha kartasyam. Sankarasya cha kartasyam. Sankara means breaking, confusion. Okay. Upahanyami maaf prajaha. All these people will go hayway. They will say on one hand, the Shruti says I have to do karma, but my leader is not doing anything. Whom I am following, what should I do? There will be only confusion. And then everything will start breaking. Sankara will happen. Okay. So, now, hence, I don't have to do karma, yet I am doing it. How am I doing it? Asaktaha. Correct? For which, yet, Tasmad asaktas satatam, 19 shloka mein, he put the seed to it. Tasmad asaktas satatam is where the seeding he has put, for which he is giving this explanation up to Saktah karmanya vidvamsaha yatha kurvanti. Okay, now he further gives two more explanation in this. He says, as the Saktaha, as attached people, very strongly attached people, how they do work in the world, similarly, Jnanis will do the work, except they will not have an attachment in them. That means planning, activity, all this will happen. Only attachment at the back of the mind will not be. Okay. Purya, because he says very clearly, Saktaha karmani avidvamsaha. People who are not so intelligent, how they plan, how they work, sab kuch karte hai na? Like that, yatha kurvanti bharata, puryad vidvans tatha asaktaha. Vidwan tatha asaktaha kuryad. The same way Vidwan does work without being attached. Saktaha, asaktaha, asaktaha. Three words. Saktaha, asaktaha, asaktaha. Saktaha means? Asaktaha means? No attachment. Asaktaha means? Too much attachment. Nandaha, Anandaha, Anandaha. Nandaha, Nanandaha, Anandaha. That is how it will be. When you add A, that means extreme. Okay, Asaktaha. Here, why I am saying it? Don't break it as Kuryat Vidvans Tatha Saktaha. Don't break it as Kuryat Vidvans Tatha Asaktaha. Problem. It is Asaktaha. As per Sandhi rule, Kuryat Vidvans Tatha Tatha Asaktaha Tatha Asaktaha will be written together like this only. Are you able to get this? If you understood, okay, otherwise chhod do. Looking at that word only, that asakta came to my mind. If you break it wrongly, asaktaha, vidwan becomes asaktaha, mahamurkhaha, vimudaha. Never. So, kuryat vidwans tatha asaktaha. Clear? चिकीर्षुः लोकसंग्रहम. चिकीर्षुः इच्छा करके, चिकीर्षुः कर्तुम इच्छति, चिकीर्षति. Okay, लोकसंग्रहम. For what? The objective is lokasangraham. Okay. Na buddhivedam jane. Now in this another problem. After telling that, you say na, बोलने के बाद, why did I tell you? थोड़ा कृष्णा को लगा अभी बोल दिया तो ये अर्जुन ऐसा कुछ गड़बड़ कर देगा तो प्रॉब्लम है. So he immediately said, 1 minute. What did I tell? As an attached person works in the world, same way a detached person should show that he is working in the world with that same enthusiasm without attachments. Okay. Yes, I got this trick now. जिसको भी मिलेगा तो see what you have to do, you work. But ये नहीं रहना चाहिए, ऐसा मत करो, ऐसा मत करो, ऐसा मत करो. You start changing everyone. I will tell you this is wrong, this is right, this is wrong, this is right. There. That is why he says na buddhi vedam janayet. Don't go and try to change people right now. Oh, don't do that. Ajnanam karma sanginam. People who are doing attached work. Ajnan is ignorantly doing work very passionately. Don't go and tell them, no, what you are doing, very bad. I will tell you, you have to do karma yoga. Stop this. Don't do that. That will become buddhi vedam janayet. Then what you should do? Joshayet sarva karmani vidwan yukta samacharan. You be with them and continue to do the work the way they are doing it, so that they will then start understanding it by the way you are doing it, and slowly try to learn from that. Don't correct them, be with them, but do it your way, so that they will slowly understand it and they will correct it. Because all are intelligent. Don't try to change people. Okay, you do it, they will automatically follow. Be with them. Don't exclude them. No. Exclusion is not an option at all for a buddhiman. See how many very valuable things have been put in this. That is why when you just go one step back and read it logically, you see the connections and how nicely it has been planned. Very individual meanings. When you keep going over weeks, you will not even know such connections have been brought in. Meaning is understood, but each shloka becomes a discrete shloka. Then the essence is lost. Okay, unless you read all this together, which normally people will not do. Tripura chalo, let me read the 3rd chapter notes together. Because when you read it together, that is the time that Sangati starts coming. Okay, then Prakritehe Kriyamanani. Now he gives that. Why that people are Joshayet Sarva Karmani? Why this person is doing it like this? Why that person doesn't want to do? Prakritehe Kriyamanani Gunai Karmani Sarvashaha. Prakriti will continue to do that. Because that is how, now he has gone from an individual level to a cross level. It will keep happening. All these things, hote rahega ye sab, few things. So if you have to mature, you start with a smaller, what do you call it? Sphere. Smaller sphere where you are into influencing. Then you slowly rise up and say many such spheres are there, which is Prakriti, which is anyway happening. So when you rise yourself up and start seeing things, your individual asakti will anyway get reduced. When you see a bigger goal there, your small goals will automatically go off. It will not have any existence. Okay. Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashaha ahankara vimudatma kartaham iti manyate. That vimudatma buddhu only feels that he is doing it. That is why Prakritehe kriyamanani, hey Arjuna, this Prakriti is only bought this Drona and Bhishma. The Prakriti will take both of them, and you like Buddhu are saying, I am killing them. Ahankara vimudhatma karta gaviti madhyate. See how again he is connecting it back to him. Huh? Why? The next line tells that. Tattva vittu mahabaho. Hey mahabaho Arjuna, understand this. Guna karma vibhagayo guna guneshu vartante iti matvana sajjate. Okay. Tattva vittu mahabaho. What is mahabaho? Means what? Means what? Who is entrenched in karma? He is Mahabahu. You are a Mahabahu means you are entrenched in karma. What are you talking about sannyasa? Tattva with, you understand with knowledge, you understand that you are a karmi. Your guna is karma related. Rajoguna filled inside and you are saying I am going for Sattva-guna related dhyanam. Is it possible? Tattva vitta mahabaho. What? Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvachaha. What is your prakriti? Rajoguna. What do you want to do? Sattva-guna. Will it happen? Tattva vittu, you understand what? You are a mahabahu related to karma. Continue your karma, man. You excel in this. Don't change that. This becomes Swadharma. That is what you will connect. Swadharma is what? Swabhava and Dharma going together. That is what is your Swadharma. And that is why you will continue. Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunaha. See how nicely it is getting. He is putting the seed for Dharma here itself. Swadharma. Tattva vittu mahabhago guna karma vibhagayo guna guneshu vartante. Your Indriyas will go to the Vishaya, which is very natural. Wherever you are sitting, your Indriyas will go to that Vishaya only. Even in Himalaya, if you want to do tapas, you will do tapas of, after a few years, what I will do in the war. नाम के लिए बाहर बैठ के तपस कर रहा है, but अंदर का विषय will still be that रजोगुण विषय only. Why? You are रजोगुण प्रधान. Don't wear that sattva-guna garb and sit udara nimittam bahukrita vesham. It won't work. Correct? That is why he says na first only that you will be a hypocrite. Mithyacharasya uchyate. You will be a mithyachara. Correct? Now, Prakrite guna sammuda sajjante guna karmasu. Now he is bringing it to a very different level. From that individual he is going to a very, very generic level. It's a very generic level. Understand this. Prakriti gunaha. If you understand Prakriti gunaha, then you will align it to your Prakriti guna. If you do not understand your Prakriti guna, you will be running pillar to post to achieve something and you will be useless in it. You have wasted janmas after janmas only for that. What is your Prakriti guna? Rajoguna. Being Rajoguna. And try to mature out in that. Why are you changing to Sattva-guna related? It doesn't make sense, right? So, Tana Kritsna Vito Mandan Kritsna Vinna Vichare. One who understands this crisply is a Jnani. One who does not understand this, Vimuda. Simple. After this, what do you want to be? Is a basic question. Do you understand what do you want? Don't talk like a person who said, I did my engineering, then I completed an MBA, working in a bank. What do you want to do, sir? That means only one objective, paisa hi paisa. Then nothing fits here. What happens? You have crisply understood that life is success is money. Okay. After some days when you get money, then you review your goal. What happened? You have become very small. That's it. You say, I wasted my life in this. So understand clearly what it is. What is your nature? What is the purpose of life? That knowing your nature is swaguna. Knowing the purpose of life is your goal. That decides a path which is dharma. Then swadharma comes. It will fit properly. It will fit properly. Even if you have to do something which is not carved out by you, but you are forced to do because of situation, do it as Ishvara Arpana Buddhi, still you will not have a karma. Everyone does not have that choice to, first is they will not understand your gunas. Then you will not know a goal. Life goes in finding out the goal. At 80 years you will say, what is the goal of life? For that I came to attend Vedanta. Over. When I can't hear, when I can't see, when I can't speak, nothing. That time I come to attend Vedanta. It is useless. So if you want to clearly know it, make up your path. It should be dharmic. You can achieve it adharmic also. It won't be sustainable. Do it dharmic and mature in that with karma yoga. Automatically you will align yourself. Because that is there at the back of your mind. What I want to do. Most of the time we don't have that in our back of mind. What do we want to achieve at the end? Suppose, just imagine, today if it is told, tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock you are going to die. You have time from now till tomorrow morning 7 o'clock to write what was my goal of life and what did I achieve. How many papers will go in the dustbin, I don't know. Because very clearly goal itself was not there. क्योंकि रास्ते में जो मिला, चलो ये नदी गया तो इधर हाथ धो लिया. नोमैडिक ट्राइब जैसे ही हम चल रहे, इंक्लूडिंग दिस क्लास, सुनने को अच्छा लगा आके बैठ गए, इंक्लूडिंग दैट, ऑल पुट टुगेदर. आई एम ऑल्सो इंक्लूडेड इन दैट, नो डिफरेंट. What I am saying is, unless we take a step back and be clear on this, we will continue to be wasting time. So, what is my nature? Because everyone's nature is different. Okay. You can still be in that path, but for which, if you are a Sattva-guna Pradhana, you have a different path. If you are Rajo-guna Pradhana, you have a different path. If you are Tamo-guna Pradhana, you have a different path. All moving towards the same direction only. Direction doesn't change. Path will be different. If you change your paths, you will be completely destabilized. You will be destabilized. You will not get that shantata, manas shanti by doing anything. Ye kiya. There are people that every 1 year they will change the job. After leaving 10 jobs, you ask them, what do you want? Okay, I have all the jobs you want. You give me your wish list. I will give you that type of a job. They will say, this also, but this also, but this also, but समझ जाने का कि भाई तुमको ही मालूम नहीं तुम्हें क्या चाहिए. Goal should be very clear. Then path should be very clear. That path should be aligned to my nature. And when these set, automatically you will go in. If you are forced in a different path, although your nature is different and you know it, submission is the best answer there. You wink at Bhagwan and say, I wanted to do this, but you gave me this, na? I will do it the best. And I will submit to you. Another beautiful. So 2 answers come out in Karma Yoga. You have a choice, but if it goes to a situation of choiceless, you submit, still you will achieve what you want. Choice means ahankara. Think, when you say I have a choice and I am trying to exercise that, it's still ahankara. Once you are in that path, then start submission in that path. That is important. Huh? Not just going on that path. Once you know your path, your guna, you start, then while submitting, go in that path, you will get. Otherwise, whatever path you have got, irrespective of your guna, submit and do it, still it is. That is why he says, Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunana. Otherwise, that requirement is not there. So, all get encompassed. Is it clear?
Even if you go down the Swadharma path, submission is still mandatory even there, right?
That's why I said, now, one is if you have a choice, you choose. Now, having chosen, once you are in that path, submission is a must. Either you like it, you submit. Either you don't like it, you submit. But submission is a must. Then only it becomes Karma Yoga. See, if I like the path and I do it, And if I don't submit, ahankara comes. If I don't like the path and I'm forced to do it, hatred comes. Hatred or liking both are ahankara only. Why? भगवान का घर में थे अंधेरी अंधेरे. Why? My ahankara is telling that, right? The moment you submit, you say guna guneshu vartante. Okay, I am supposed to do this, I am doing it. चलो चलते रहने दो, गाड़ी चलते रहने दो. Prakriti gunas, they will continue to do that. I am submitting, I am moving ahead in that path. Okay, because that is the key of karma yoga. Submission has to be there. But if you are not even put an effort to understand what is your guna and what is a path and do you have a choice, then mudha. If you have understood that, but you also recognize that due to certain other constraints and compulsions, I am not able to go that, still it is perfectly okay. Continue in both with submission. Is that options and choices very clear? And if we exercise that, then only we are human beings. Otherwise, we will be animals. In animals, there is no submission. In animals, there is nothing called ahankara also. If ahankara comes, then only submission is required. They don't have ahankara also, they don't need submission also. Makes clear? Okay. Right. So he gives, then after that, he gives one or two, that if you follow this, yeme matamidam nityam, shraddhavanto nasuyantaha, if you have these two values, shraddhavantaha with shraddha and anasuya. Anasuya is not having doubt, doubtlessly following it. Muchyante tepi sarvam. In case you have it, sarvajnana vimudhanstan, all your knowledge becomes useless. Why? That ahankara will take over. Sadrisham cheshtate swasyaha prakritehe jnanavanapi. This is another one he says. After all this also, a jnani will have his own preferences. Keep everything as preference, perfectly okay in life. Everyone can have their own preference, perfectly okay. But if you say that is the only way, then you have put an attachment to it, that becomes a problem. I prefer coffee to tea. Sir, only tea is there. Okay for me. I prefer coffee to tea. Sir, only tea is there. No, I don't want it. Not okay. Then where is the question of I prefer coffee to tea? You actually meant what? I only want.
Yes.
It's a nice way of telling, making yourself a fool. Preference means preference. Okay, not flowering language to use the word preference to be courteous. No. Genuinely, I mean this is my preference. But if that is not available, I am still okay with it. I am perfectly okay with it. So I have preferences, absolutely no problem. But if you have only choices, this, that, very specific, you will have a problem. Okay. And Indriyasyarthe ragadvesho vyavastito. Why is that happening? Ragadvesha is making me bound. Tayoho vasham na agache. Do not become their slave. Bandhakatvam, atruptikaratvam, dukkha mishritatvam. That only to give. Tauhyasya paripantino. They are your biggest enemies. Now you tell me. Indriyasyendriyasyarthe ragadvesho vyavastito. What is the meaning of that?
Senses and objects. All the five senses go towards the objects.
Correct. Tayorna vasham agache.
In that we have no control.
No. Vasham, do not get bound to that.
Do not become the slave.
Yeah. No, do not become their slave means what? Do not have very strong choices there that this is what my ragadvesha is, this is what it has to happen. Why? That will become your enemy. Tauhyasya paripanthina. Okay. अभी तो कैसा है मालूम है? एक कुत्ता बैठा है इधर और मैं चल रहा हूँ. चुपचाप में चलते गया तो कुत्ता भी बैठा रहेगा. तो कुत्ते का बाजू में जाके मैं डर गया बोलेगा तो कुत्ता भी डरेगा. और वो भोकेगा, वो भोका बोल के मैं डरेगा, मैं डरा बोल के आई विल मूव, कुत्ता वापस डरेगा, तो ह्यस्य परिपंथिनो, उसको चुपचाप उधर रहने दो, तुम चला जाओ. Raga Dvesha will be there. We are not saying Raga Dvesha will not be there. Leave it to what it is that way. Because that's the job of it. Correct? Tau Hyasya Parivartana. This statement, if you carefully understand, Raga Dvesha Vyavasthitau Na Vasham Agachet Tau Hi Paripanthina. What is the meaning? रागद्वेषौ वशं न आगच्छे तौ हि अस्य परिपन्थिनौ. What is the meaning of that? No, what is the meaning? Specific meaning of this? Ragadveshau vyavasthitau. Ragadvesha is there. It is there. That is how the whole vyavasthas are running.
Yes.
Na vasham agachet. Do not become a slave of it. Why? They are your biggest. Correct? Very clear? Absolutely no doubt here. Now turn the page and see the question asked. अथकेन प्रयुक्तोयम पापंचरति पुरुषः अनिच्छन्नपि वार्ष्णेय बलादिव नियोजितः is a question asked. What is the answer given? Kama esha क्रोध एष राग एष द्वेष एष रजोगुण समुद्भवः महाशिनः महापाप्मा विद्धि इहम इह वैरिणम. Your raga dvesha is only your enemy. If our Arjuna would have understood this statement, this question would not have come. Yes, no? And Krishna very intelligently, he didn't say Raga Dvesha. Kama esha, Krodha esha, Rajoguna, Samudbhavaha. How nicely the topic is leading to the next one. See that Sangati is so beautifully it is going. As though two people are talking. See, understand this. Is it really Krishna and Arjuna talking and Vyasacharya writing it, or Vyasacharya's written stuff is being told by these people? Is it a parallel thing happening? Or is it some sequential thing, one knowing already this is how it is written, let us make it happen. If two separately like this it is happening, just imagine the synchronization how it is perfectly. That means Vyasacharya is so perfect who can understand human psychology. He is just depicting what the next that mind will think. And that's what is happening there. Parallel. Think. Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya. Krishna is Vishnu Rupaya. How are two different people? It is only two forms. The same mind is, one is writing, other is talking. That is why it will never go against. It will be perfectly the same. Okay. So nicely, see, if you look at these, that connections are so beautiful and it is very meaningful. Karma Yoga chapter is absolutely the one which we need to first really ensure that every aspect of Karma Yoga we have understood and we start implementing it, very clearly implementing it. And he gives, because this Raga Dvesha is coming from Kama Krodha. Kama Krodha is the base on which Raga Dvesha is sitting. We will see that when this starts, you will understand very clearly how it works, because he gives the hierarchy. Who controls what? Who controls what? Who controls what? And like that you will come to know that, okay, Raga is in manifested Raga is Kama. Manifested Dvesha is Krodha. Unmanifested, it is remaining inside, I do not even know. But when it is starting expressing, I should know at least. Many people even do not know that. Sir, why are you angry? Who said I am angry? See, sir, don't get... I am not getting angry. Who told you I am angry? Sir, why are you raising your voice? I am not raising my voice. They will not even know that. Correct? So, for knowing this is for introspection, very nicely this 37 to 43 is that hierarchy, the main reason for it, how it can be, what is the nature of it, and how it can be controlled and what is the benefit of it. Very nicely in the 7 shlokas it does, and that is where Karma Yoga gets over. And Krishna says, Arjuna, if you feel you know karma, it is a very complex matter, it is not a simple one. And that is why this whole chapter is dedicated to Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is, what is karma, you understand that first. Then only Karma Yoga will come. Then in Karma Yoga, if submission is not there, it won't work. What is this submission? Automatically Raga Dvesha will not be there. If Raga Dvesha is not there, Kama Krodha will not be there. That means, how are you working now? You are no more working with Manas, you are working with Buddhi, which is at the higher level. Automatically things are very well thought. It is not after you act, then you think. You think and then you act. You have a choice whether to act, whether to speak, or whether not to act, not to speak, how to act, how to speak. Don't say, sorry, I actually meant this, but I told it this way. एक बार बाहर आया, the arrow out of the bow, word out of the mouth. You have a choice before it is left to express it, what exactly is in your mind. But once left, you can never say, sorry, I meant that. No, actually you didn't mean that. And that statement, sorry, I meant that, also comes because you yourself know that it has come out prematurely. Otherwise, you will never want to be sorry about it. Why are you sorry about it? समझ में आ रहा है? इधर तो back of the mind that question is there. कहीं पे निगाह है, कहीं पे निशाना. You wanted that निशाना, इसलिए बोलने के बाद sorry चालू हो गया. समझ में आ रहा है? ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम. So I have improved. Sharp 11:50.